All right, welcome back into the Yappin Wrestling Podcast. As always, Dylan Mel joined by my guy Deli here,
What's going on? What's going on?
and we are very excited. SummerSlam this Saturday. We're hyped for it.
Yes, we
We
are.
will be up here to give our reaction to it Saturday night. That video will go live Sunday at noon. But you were watching this either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, as this is our official SummerSlam Predictions podcast. We're going to break down every match, 7 matches on the SummerSlam card. So, Triple H stretched it from 5 to 7 for the biggest party of the summer.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Yep.
And then we got a little bit of other news to talk about at the end of the pod today. The Wyatt Six are going to make their in-ring debut this Monday on Raw. I thought it was coming at SummerSlam. A little disappointed we got to wait until Raw, but it makes Raw a must-watch on Monday for sure.
100%.
Shane McMahon spotted at an airport with Tony Khan. This report came out a couple of weeks ago. Video and proof of that meeting came out today. So there's a real shot. Shane McMahon's headed to AEW. And then Bryan Danielson just tonight, when we're recording this, announced that his match at All In with Swerve Strickland, his career is on the line. So we're going to give our thoughts on all that. I know some people probably wanted some more AEW talk. I just don't watch it weekly, and I'm not going to come up here and talk to you guys about something that I didn't watch. But with that said, we start with SummerSlam, and I don't know what the order of the match cards are going to be, but this is the order that we're talking about it, and we are going to start with Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. You could make the case that this has been the best storyline going into SummerSlam. We are finally here. Monday, I think we were just kind of already right at the finish line. Not that I didn't like the stuff that happened Monday, but it was just let's get to the finish line is what it felt like.
Let's get to the match.
I mean, we have to see where this goes. And I will say this, Monday convinced me even more. Dominic Mysterio is turning heel in this match to help Liv Morgan win. The whole fire and her crying and burning the pictures of them, yada yada.
Yep.
To me, I'm convinced at this point Liv Morgan is walking out of SummerSlam, your women's world champion, because of that bastard, dirty Dominic Mysterio.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think on the most interesting thing about Monday was seeing Rhea in that nice, whatever you call it. It was very, very, very nice and revealing. That was really good. I think Liv promo was pretty good too. Her acting skills is pretty good. But yeah, like Dylan said, we at the finish line of it. We want to see what's going to happen. The story is amazing. I think that just Rhea and Liv and Dom love triangle is probably the best story in WWE right now, in my opinion. I mean, it could be something else that you could probably say. You can leave it in the comments. You can argue with me all you want. I think that's the best one. I think we're ready to see the match. I mean, for sure, I agree. I think Dirty Dom is going to turn on. Well, I don't know if it's really a turn, but I guess you could say a turn on Rhea, and Liv is going to retain that title going into, Berlin and Bad Blood. I think she's going to keep that title all the way up to Bad Blood.
And when it comes to the booking of the match itself, obviously you have to have Rhea be strong, and I think she's going to dominate most of the match. If you had to give a percentage-wise of offense that Rhea gets in compared to Liv in this match, where are you at? Are you 65-35, 75-25? How lopsided is it in Rhea's favor to keep her strong?
75-25. I think Rhea's going to dominate majority of the match. I think it's going to be a bump. I think it's going to be a bump where the ref falls, of course, and then you see Dom do what he do best, and that's be dirty. That's be a prick. That's be just the person that he's been since he turned on his father. So I think that's gonna happen. I think Rhea is gonna get majority of them. I think she'll come out guns blazing. She's gonna beat Liv ass from the opening bell all the way to damn near the end. Liv gonna get a couple of outside bumps, to the ring post or something like that. Some dirty tactics that she used because she is the heel in this situation. She's gonna do a little bit of that, but then the majority is gonna be straight Rhea. It's always been straight Rhea. Every time they face each other, it's always been straight Rhea. Rhea always dominate her. So it's going to be exactly the same, but it's going to be more antics this time to propel Liv to the victory.
Yeah, I mean, we see eye to eye when it comes to this match. I think we're both clearly on the side of Liv Morgan walking out as champion. If we're wrong and Rhea were to win this match, would that be disappointing or upset you, or would you just be like, if she never got hurt, she wasn't going to lose the title probably? So like, let's just pick up where we left off.
I mean, I think I'd be a little disappointed because I feel like Liv, even though she hadn't defended probably once or twice, I feel like I think she's deserving of a champion. She's deserving of this run that she had. I think that, we fall in love with the transition champions once people get injured and they get the. But I think I'd be just a little disappointed. I mean, of course, I'd be happy because Rhea is that damn good and she deserves to be on top of the women's division. She's probably the best in the world. In my opinion, I think she is the best in the world when she's healthy. And I just think that, she would get it. It's kind of like the Braun Breaker threat. You would get it. You know what I'm saying? I think really right now, story, it matters more. And I think Liv in her promo said that, after Saturday, the Liv revenge tour will be over. And I feel like I feel that way. She finally get her revenge on Rhea, but Rhea's going to find her way to get another match. So I just feel like I'd just be a little disappointed. If you give me a percentage, I'd probably be like 25% disappointed. That's it.
Yeah, to me, going with Rhea and just moving past this, to me, it feels like, we might be leaving meat on the bone. I'm not going to judge it the second it happens because, they've been pretty good with this storyline and I'll see where it goes. But yeah, I think that I would kind of just be like, that's odd. I'll give it as a moment, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So we're both in agreement there. Liv Morgan set to retain the championship. Another title up for grabs is the United States title, where we have LA Knight, taking on Logan Paul in his hometown of Cleveland, Ohio. Is this a case of Papa H striking again and in your hometown you lose the belt, or is this celebrity over superstar? Keep the title on Logan.
I got my evil hands up because recently I've been hearing some, they might not take the title off Logan. And I won't be mad because I'm of the few people in this world that actually like his title reign. I think that he is one of the best U.S. champions that we had. I think so. Now, I'm not opposed of him losing that title, but I'm also like, dang, bro, LA Knight been so hot for over a year now, which people didn't think so. It's time for him to get his due. You know what I'm saying?
I think this has got to be one of those good things come to those who wait moment.
Yeah.
I actually think that this match will open the show, and I think they open us off on a positive note with LA Knight winning the title, the crowd, the stadium erupting. LA Knight wins his first ever singles title in WWE. He's the U.S. champion, and I think he kind of takes us from potentially here all the way to Mania with the belt. And, we listed off. It just makes sense division-wise for him to win. You got Andrade, you got Carmelo Hayes, you got Baron Corbin over there. There's challengers on SmackDown for Santos, Escobar. There is a division that is dying to have a champion that's over there. And don't get me wrong, if Logan wins here and Knight wins at Berlin or Bad Blood, like that's still an option. But to me, in Cleveland, at the stadium, LA Knight, this is the spot to give him kind of his moment. And it's nothing against him. I just think this Saturday could be the biggest moment of LA Knight's career. I don't know if he's ever going to be world champion. There's so much talent in WWE now, and the young guys of Carmelo and Trick Williams and Braun Breaker and Ilya Dragunov. LA Knight's not the youngest cat. Does his moment come, or is this his moment? I would pull the trigger. A guy who's kind of busted his ass for the company, has been so over. I would be disappointed if Logan won. I know you said that you like Logan's reign. I haven't had a beef with his reign like a lot of the IWC, but Saturday is the end of it, in my opinion. I will be upset if he doesn't.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, we're not in a disagreement. Like, I want LA Knight because they already been planting seeds for the Santos and the Carmelo Hayes. Both of them has been in some run-ins with LA Knight over the past couple of months and whatnot. So they already spent it. I think yes, for us fans and for the best for the product and to have a champion, because like you said, like me and you always been saying for before, Cody's not gonna defend the title every single week, but we know somebody that's going to defend the title every single week, that can defend the title every single week with a hot mid card. I think that LA Knight deserves to win that. I think yes, you strike on the iron side, he deserves to win on which I just feel like what I'm saying, the way Logan is and the way how his popularity is, I don't want, not saying you, but I don't want nobody in the IWC to be surprised that Logan walks out of there in his hometown with that belt off some shenanigans, and we would be all set about it. Because I would be upset about it a little bit, but then I would understand, and then I'd be like, damn. But then again, it's like LA Knight needs to win. It's a must win on Saturday for LA Knight. Because if he do lose, we look at it like where we go from there.
Now, so that's my thing. If he loses, why would he get another shot? I guess
exactly.
Shenanigan wise, but I don't know. I would rather see this title on LA Knight, and then the fatal 4-way match on SmackDown to determine the number one contender between Carmelo Hayes, Santos Escobar, Andrade, and Kevin Owens, that'd be
great.
That could cook.
That's great. That could cook. That's great. That'd be great.
So, is your official pick LA Knight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I just wanted to play devil advocate, but yeah, my official pick is LA Knight. He has to win that. That's a must. That's like in NBA terms or football terms. It's a must win. That's a must-win situation. Division on the line. Division on the line. Week 18, Cowboys versus the Eagles. That's a must-win to get to the number one seed. It's a must-win match for LA Knight.
Yeah, for sure. A must-win match for the IWC. Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. Can you imagine the internet reaction if Braun Breaker does not win the title? And I think there is a much higher shot that Sami retains than Logan Paul retains.
Exactly.
Because we've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. Sami Zayn ended Gunther's reign at WrestleMania. Gunther was the longest and the greatest Intercontinental Champion ever. You could not have that guy be a transitional champion. Now, I believe we have reached the point in Sami Zayn's reign where it's not a transitional champion, and with everything that we're going to talk about with the bloodline later, there's a potential that Sami gets pulled into that storyline and that the title not is useless, but would take a backseat for him. So why do that when you could have a guy like Braun take the title and defend it against Ilya Dragunov, against Pete Dunne, against Bronson Reed, against Sheamus?
A lot.
So,
bangers.
Yeah, I'm picking Braun Breaker to win this time at SummerSlam, but I would not be upset if Sami Zayn did win. I will stand on that.
And this the beauty of how, like I said, I hate to sound like me and you are on Papa H payroll, but this is the beauty of it, like Papa H mid cards, that we got 2 50-50. Like we know who we want to win, but it can go either way, and that's how he rebuilt the U.S. title and the IC title. As far as that, we have this conversation.
I would say that's just kind of how it is with him. Period.
Yeah.
We talked about Rhea Liv and the matches the rest of the way. This is one of the harder shows to predict of the year for sure, because when it comes to, and to no fault of Triple H, but when we came out of WrestleMania and we went into Backlash, it was like, okay, Priest and Cody aren't losing.
Right.
And, at Money in the Bank, to his credit, there was the possibility of Seth winning.
Yes, that was a 50-50
title,
right there.
But,
yeah, that was unpredictable.
We get to SummerSlam and every match is kind of up for grabs.
Yeah.
This is one of the harder shows, I would say, not just because it's 7 matches, but to go perfect on this card would be very impressive.
Very, very impressive, because like you said, and you can have arguments for both. Like me and you can sit here and we could argue. You can say I got Sami, I can say I got Braun Breaker. We could both have compelling arguments for the next 2 hours talking about why we feel like this person will win, because it's so up in the air. Like I want to be mad if Sami wins because I feel like the savvy veteran, the cocky rookie that says in his promo last week that he got cocky, that me and you've been saying for weeks after he got cocky, and we knew that was gonna happen. Now, what makes him think that he gonna get cocky again after a couple of run-ins with Sammy that he beat him in, except for last week on Monday that he lost that one, but still in all, he still got the upper hand at the beginning, and then he, became that rookie where he got too cocky and Sammy pulled one on him. So it's like that can happen in a match like this, and then you lose. You know what I'm saying? To your point to what you were saying about the bloodline, shoot, what they doing for the last 2 weeks, shoot, Sammy could drop that IC title and pick up that World Tag Team title just like that also.
Mean, there's certainly a world for that. And I mean, we could get to the point where maybe we're combining the tag titles and having, Jimmy and Jay on Raw as tag champs versus, the Tongas on SmackDown. But just talking about Sammy and Braun as a match itself, I think that this is not going to be, Brock Lesnar, John Cena 2014. I think that Braun Breaker is going to get increasingly frustrated throughout this match that he just can't put Sammy away.
100%.
I think that is the storyline to tell. Sami Zayn just keeps on fighting. Eventually, Breaker, quite literally, no pun intended, breaks him down and wins this match. That is how I would book it.
I was thinking the same exact thing. My thing, I was thinking about a squash. I was thinking not a squash, not a 5-second squash, not a something like that. I'm thinking as far as Lesnar Cena, where he beats the shit out of Sammy, and Sammy just keeps getting up and up and up, and after the 5th fucking spear, he is done. And that's how I see, because after what that Money in the Bank match was more a wrestling match, more like Sammy outsmarted. Sammy got a lot of offense in, it was kind of back and forth, kind of, sort of, but Braun had a little upper hand. But I think this match right here, where Braun just straight dominates him. Sammy gets offense early, Sammy gets offense late, but Braun is too much. Braun wins 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn reign is over with, because that's the only way you can book this match right now. You know what I'm saying? You've been making him strong, you're making him look like this beast. He can't go in there and have a 50-50 with Sammy. We're not saying Sammy sucks, so we're not saying, saying this like that. We're just saying that Braun is so dominant right now, and Braun been dominant since he lost that match in Money in the Bank. So the last couple of 3-4 weeks that he's been dominant to everybody, he needs to come in there at SummerSlam and show why he's so dominant. And like you said, it's a Brock Lesnar, John Cena, but a little less. Not Suplex City, but it's a little less than that, where he do a couple of spears. It's going to take about 4 spears to beat Sammy. That's my prediction.
So I wouldn't have it be that lopsided. I would have Sammy get his offense in. I would have it maybe like 60-40, but I would have Sammy clearly have like the heart of a champion, the will of a champion, the fight of a champion, and kind of make a point to that on commentary, because at the core of who Sami Zayn is, that is the character. So we got another title match here. Bayley taking on Nia Jax for the WWE Women's Championship. Excuse me, almost said World, but that was earlier. I have kind of gone back and forth on this.
Another one of those.
I think so. It's funny, if you asked me to give a percentage of odds of who's walking out as champion, I think I would have Tiffany Stratton at a higher percentage than Bayley.
100%. 100%.
So I'm kind of picking between Tiffy and Nia in this match. I think I am going to lean Nia Jax. And don't call it a prediction, because I think this is a spoiler for you all. Here's how I would book this, and here's what I decided on. At a certain point in this match, Nia Jax becomes too much. Annihilator pins Bayley 1, 2, 3. There's a moment where we're like, Tiffany looks like she's potentially about to cash in on Nia. She's going to get her from like behind. Nia doesn't see it coming. And Charlotte Flair's music hits. Tiffany pulls back. Yeah. The Queen returns, Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax, we have that going on.
Yep.
Tiffany's kind of the side character there. Eventually, Tiffany wins the belt. Tiffany, Charlotte, WrestleMania. And that is your women's division from now until WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, which will be headlined in this division by Tiffany Stratton beating Charlotte Flair.
Now, I can see that. Now, the thing about it is, I can see that. I can see Charlotte showing up. I can 100% see her showing up. You know what I'm saying? See, this is what me and you now we disagree. We 3 matches in, we disagree. See, I have Bayley being Nia, but Bayley losing it to Tiffany. Now, that's how I see it, but it might not go anywhere. But I have my prediction is Bayley winning. Bayley winning by the skin of her little teeny teeth.
Could I tell you why I think you're wrong?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You know, it's a podcast. So.
Well, the final boss, Dwayne The Rock Johnson,
exactly,
also
is the board
on the TKO board.
Uh-huh.
We have seen since he has taken over, unsurprisingly, Samoans have been pretty successful.
Yeah.
You know who hasn't had a world title run in quite a little while?
His cousin.
Nia Jax.
His cousin.
You know when the easiest time to appease Dwayne is to give her that title? During football season. Yeah. We'll let Nia hold it from August to December. Tiffany cashes in before the Rumble. Tiffany, Nia at the Rumble. Tiffany miraculously wins that. Does Charlotte win the Royal Rumble? He whispers. I think Charlotte maybe for the Chamber could be a little bit better there. And then I think we could be headed towards Bianca winning another Rumble.
I didn't have that in my bingo card. I could definitely see Charlotte winning the Royal Rumble because she never won it, right? No, she never. No, she has. She has because she challenged. She challenged. Yeah, she has. She has.
I think all of those.
She challenged Rhea. Yeah. That's the thing about it. It's so many it's so many variables that we can do and we could talk about as far as how this match is gonna go. And this is something like you said earlier about how so many 50.
This match is very telling as to where we're headed.
We can head for the women's division of SmackDown.
No matter where this match ends up, we still get Charlotte Tiffany at 41.
100%. That's the only. I mean, that's the unless we do Tiffany's Trish. I mean, that's the only other one. But I mean, only thing. I mean, you know what I'm saying. But
I mean. Are we having Trish compete for a title, or did Tiffany not cash in, or did she lose it already?
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Trish for a title, which I mean, how we get there, I don't know, but I'd rather have Charlotte than anything. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that's the only.
That would be a banger match too.
Oh, Trish,
Charlotte Tiffany? No, Charlotte.
Yes, 100%. Who got the best moonsault? Oh, come on, bro. No, I think that match is that. The thing about it is though, the hardest thing about the Charlotte thing is just like where she fit in when she come back. Because to be honest with you, she can go in the front of the line, but like even if Nia wins
come on, bro.
Is Nia
where she fit in? Where she fit in? They ain't putting her in that damn tag division, bro.
But the reason why I said that is just because the fact that like she gonna have special privileges, but the fact that like. That women's division of SmackDown is low-key stacked and nobody want to talk about it. Like, you really have the Jades, the Biancas, you have the Nias.
And then we have Julia coming in, Stephanie.
Yes, Stephanie. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody else from Japan, too.
Delta, but she's from Australia. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think about that, like, as far as Charlotte, because, like, Tiffany going to have the belt. We don't know when. It could be SummerSlam. It could be Berlin. It could be
that briefcase for her is the belt.
She's gonna. We all, me and you, everybody. She's gonna win it. Who she gonna take it from? We don't know. We don't care. She's gonna win the match. Like she's gonna win the belt.
I just think logically, my booking makes the most sense, and I probably sound like super like condescending or egocentric there, but like truthfully, that's why that's how I think it's gonna go, because logically that's what makes the most sense. Nia gets a reign because for one, she's busted her ass off and put in some of the best work of her career. She won the Queen of the Ring. You want to give that some validity. It's brand new tournament, not brand new, but brand new, reintroduced. You give it some validity. Obviously, she is a valid champion. Bayley had a nice little reign there. You could still technically get a triple threat out of Bayley, Nia, Charlotte in my scenario, where Tiffany still is lurking. Again, I think there's a lot of Tiffany with that briefcase to carry us through the, October, November, December, and have a moment in that time period versus we just burned Drew McIntyre's briefcase the night of.
Yep.
Let's let this one simmer for
Shit
more
full
than
of
a month.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
I don't
100%.
want the Tiffany stands to be mad. Look at Charlotte taking her moment. That was supposed to be Tiffany's moment. And Charlotte Flair, blah, 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 front of the line. Patience, young Padawan. Okay? This moment is coming in Vegas for Tiffany when she beats Charlotte.
Yep.
If
Do you
Charlotte
think
comes back Saturday, it is okay.
So are we going to WrestleMania with Tiffany the champion, or are we going with Charlotte the champion?
Tiffany the champ.
Got you.
Charlotte
okay, cool.
Challenger.
Yeah. You know what? My prediction is Bayley. Like, I got Bayley winning. But
and then you do have Tiffany cashing in.
I will hope so, but I do have her. Like, I will hope so that she do. That's the only way I can see Bayley beating Nia Jax. Now, what you saying about the TKO show is 100% correct. Like, I think that it is time for Nia to have a reign because she has been great the second half. So if she do, like, if Nia wins, I'm not upset about that. Like, I'm gonna let it be clear. Like, if she wins, I'm like, you know what, Dylan was right. We go forward.
Well, that's the same way that I am with Bayley. Again, for me, it's okay. What's next?
Right.
Because Bayley,
100%.
I mean, I still think no matter what, Charlotte's coming back. Because my thing is, even if Bayley wins, my assumption is Nia and Tiffany maybe beat down Bayley. We're going to see a cash in, and Charlotte comes in for the save, and now Charlotte's a face. Like, that is my assumption. Like, I believe wholeheartedly Charlotte Flair is returning at SummerSlam.
Yeah, me too.
It's just in what fashion?
Me too. You convinced me. Me too. You convinced me too.
What can I say?
Me too. I think so too. She 100%. Me too, bro.
So you have Bayley, I have Nia. The first difference in prediction here. Yes. I'm excited to see where we go with these next three matches because they could really go either way. This has been my feud of the whole build-up. You said it was Rhea Liv. For me, it's been Punk McIntyre. I really loved what they did on Monday with Rollins coming out as the referee. Punk saying, I'm not going to step in the ring because I don't trust myself to not swing on you. Seth Rollins saying, boy, get your bitch ass in this ring or else this.
You don't run nothing here. You don't run nothing here.
I run the show. Loved that. Punk begrudgingly back in the ring. Their little back and forth. I love how Punk said, do not help me beat him. I do not want that. Because if you remember a week prior when we talked about it, we thought that may be how it goes. Rollins accidentally or unaccidentally hits McIntyre, and that leads to the Punk win.
Yeah.
So, and then, of course, McIntyre with the bracelet. This is the most unpredictable match for me. I have no clue where we're going with this storyline, to be completely honest with you. I have about a million ideas that, like you said, we could do a whole podcast about. This is where I am at on it. I think SummerSlam, we see a double turn. I think CM Punk has really kind of been an asshole. Like, if you just put aside these situations and you lined these two guys up and said, this is what this one did and this is what this one did, and you listed them out, CM Punk is the bad guy in this storyline, in my opinion. 100%. Because this started, Drew McIntyre injures CM Punk in a wrestling match. Drew McIntyre trolls him about it. CM Punk says, I'm going to get you back. CM Punk cost him the title at WrestleMania. We're all evens. CM Punk cost him the #1 contenders match on the Raw after WrestleMania. CM Punk cost him his Money in the Bank cash in. CM Punk cost him his title match in his hometown. CM Punk has really just continued and continued and continued.
Screw him over.
And McIntyre has tried and tried and tried to move past this situation and leave this toxic situation. And Punk just keeps on coming. And on some people, they're like, well, McIntyre started it. CM Punk is just that guy. And CM Punk is always going to get cheers because he's CM freaking Punk. He could be heel, whatever. But I think CM Punk cheats to win. I don't know if it's interference. I don't know if it's Rollins' back turned. I don't know if there's going to be disqualifications technically in this match, but I think the victory is going to look tainted in our eyes. But I think CM Punk wins.
Yeah. Okay. I did see CM Punk talk about hitting at a faction again. So I mean,
if you remember all those months ago, I thought that Dijak should be his muscle.
Yes.
Now,
look
obviously,
back at it, y'all.
Look back at his muscle, but I don't know. You know, we talked about last week Bronson Reed potentially being CM Punk's muscle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who, but that's what I
mean,
look for.
Do you think this just came popping in my head? We talked about double turn. The OC ain't doing anything, and Gallows has some history with.
Unless they AJ though, no.
Yeah, but I mean, I just think because of the history with Gallows and Punk,
he's like pretty big in NXT. CM Punk.
Yeah, yes.
My thought is there a team in NXT
that he can?
Is Gallus available?
Well, they doing something with Joe Hendry right now, but it doesn't matter because people are doing double. Okay, it doesn't matter.
I don't know the roster well enough, but is there some team down there that he could pull?
Gallus would be great.
He does a lot of stuff down there. I don't know the scene well enough, but that is like kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
Or is there some other Chicago-born person on the main roster that we're not thinking of? Or is there somebody that maybe they signed at a free agency? Maybe somebody coming over from AEW that like isn't on the top of our minds right now. That like you could say he had a relationship with once he left WWE, and not like say AEW, but everybody knows.
Warlow, but he's still on the contract. Some shit. The only person that comes to mind is Warlow. Shit, but I mean,
that is my thought process. Yeah. I think somebody helps Punk win. But I don't think it's AJ, because if it's AJ, like people will cheer. Like that's not a heel move. I think it is a heel move.
It got to be somebody like, you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm thinking about Omos shit,
because I think we're headed to the point where this faction is going to be straight edge society built. Where I think it's going to be Punk, some form of muscle, and Cora Jade. And Cora Jade are like this because she's from Chicago.
Yeah.
So 100%. That's why I think like if there is some other male from Chicago, it could be some Chicago-made faction, something to do with that.
And that's why it makes sense what you're saying, because that's when I brought up the he was saying, you know, never count out the faction thing, which is kind of odd that you're saying that right around the corner of SummerSlam. You haven't said that during the whole time you've been here. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of odd.
Superstars from Chicago. Let me look this up while you give your thoughts on the match.
So I think what they're gonna do, I think they're really gonna play in heavy to 1997 SummerSlam with Shawn Michaels at the Shawn Michaels match. Shawn Michaels as the referee, Bret Hart versus Undertaker. I think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna do it step by step or move by move or whatever it was. I think they're gonna be some type of order. You got CM Punk. I have McIntyre. I think that's that. I think the way you feel about the CM Punk thing, I think that's gonna happen with McIntyre. I think McIntyre's gonna lose his head. He's all emotional. He got the bracelet. He's gonna lose his head. He's gonna attack Rollins. Then Rollins gonna come in and try to super kick McIntyre. McIntyre ducks. He super kicks Punk. Punk gets super kicked. Future Shock DDT or Claymore. 1, 2, 3.
You think Rollins begrudgingly counts it though?
But grudgingly counts it, angry as hell, because he has to. You know what I'm saying? He has to count it angrily. No matter what your situation or my situation, Rollins has to count the 1, 2, 3. I don't think it's gonna be a situation where we have another ref in there. So your situation, what happened? Rollins has to count that 3. My situation, Rollins has to count that 3. I think either way, he's gonna be upset about whichever one he's counting.
I think my situation is way more likely if this match opens the show. If you remember
Yes.
the first SummerSlam that Triple H took over, that was not last year's, the one in Nashville, where at the end of the women's match that opened the show,
yeah, Becky
Bayley,
came.
Kai, and Sky returned.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he likes doing it at the
Yeah.
beginning of these big shows. I looked it up. I don't know what they're doing. I think it's just nonsense with this Heritage Cup. Tony D'Angelo is from Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Is he still with that guy Stax? Are they still?
Yes, he is. But I mean, they're not
Well,
really.
I'm just saying, if you
they're not
hold them
in
up
that-
as a team, they need tag teams for Raw as well.
Yes, they're not in nothing. So
And,
he can easily.
and then if you did Punk, Stax, and Lorenzo, and Cora Jade,
yes,
it's like a mix of like New Nexus that he did, plus
Yes.
like a Chicago thing, and I mean he could have a lot of fun with
and the thing about
project like that.
Yeah, and D'Angelo not a small guy. That's a big guy right there. So that could be your muscle.
yeah,
and
that's a muscle.
Stats can be the person that, you know what I'm saying, he can get it dirty and he can take a couple of pinfalls, and then Cora J can be the Saria Deeb, who was the lady that was called. Yeah, you got me.
Listen, even if it doesn't happen at SummerSlam, I'm now rooting for this.
Yeah, 100%. I think sooner or later, I see a triple turn. I see. Yes, I see.
Not just a double, a triple turn.
I really, to be honest with you, with all this stuff, because I ain't gonna lie, Steph been a dick lately. Like he's been a dick about this shit a lot. Like I've
been enjoying it. I've been loving
it.
it.
So I seen him and Punk going heel while McIntyre's being the babyface at all. So that makes me think
just completely flip the Raw landscape.
That makes me think your situation is way better. That he gets Drew. We feel sorry for the guy. He got screwed over by two people in one match.
Yeah, I think that I don't know. Because I think here's my thing. The blow off for this will be Bad Blood in the Hell in a Cell. I think, we're as close to being able to pen that in as possible.
100%.
My thing is, when we get there, Drew should win.
Yes.
So I think Punk should win now. Because it's almost like Drew wins at SummerSlam, Drew wins at Bad Blood, Punk wins at Berlin. Like, that's a pretty shit end of the stick if you're CM Punk. And this is also CM Punk's first singles match back. I know he's been back since freaking Survivor Series, but do you want to have... And again, it doesn't really matter because CM Punk is so established that he could lose and be fine, but do you want to have him lose?
That's just the hard part about this card, like, because it's like, I could make the same case for Drew. He's been losing a lot. Like, he haven't. I mean, except for the ladder match. But I mean, I don't think that really counts. I mean,
win's a win.
I mean, win's a win. Yeah, he got pinned in his hometown. He got pinned at Money in the Bank. It's like he's been getting pinned a lot. Pinned at WrestleMania.
I think that we are headed to Drew potentially winning that title at 41, the World Heavyweight title.
Yeah. Well,
I think Drew versus Gunther could be the match there. I mean, that's like way down the line, but my thing is, like, Drew 100%. Re-signed when there was some real speculation he wouldn't. He has to really have liked what they pitched him on, and we know Triple H is a long-term view guy, so there's some long-term payoff for Drew that he's happy with.
The Rock 100% told Drew,
and he sent him a sword.
Yeah, he 100% told Drew that he's probably gonna co-main event 41 for the title. He 100% told him that. So yes, like, he's 100%.
Well, yeah, Dwayne said, "I don't care what you do on night one, but
yeah. Night two is mine." It's like, yeah. But
it's like, hey, buddy, night one you can have Punk, Gunther, Rollins. I don't care what the hell y'all do.
But night two is mine.
That's right.
Yeah. So 100% is going to be Gunther. Now, like you said, now you could add the Punks and the Rollins, but for sure, 41, you're going to see Gunther and Drew rematch.
Part of me thinks we might see that at Survivor Series.
Which, I mean, because Gunther going to have a long run. Now, I'm not like once again, like I said, we said further ahead. I'm not mad if Gunther lose that title because I mean you can't duplicate.
Is your pick is officially McIntyre?
Yeah, it's McIntyre.
Okay.
It's
And
McIntyre.
I'm
It's
pumped. So
McIntyre.
two different there, but let's
Now
talk
you all Gunther.
Damian
Yeah,
Priest.
yeah.
Because we were kind of dipping into that. So let's
We
talk
about to
Gunther
We about to
Priest. Man,
Yeah,
we both were
yeah.
definitely talking like Gunther was gonna win. And here's my thing.
Yeah.
Priest has had a good run.
Right.
I think Priest has gotten better. I think storyline wise, it makes sense for him to lose. I think the story is him and Balor. I don't think it needs a title. I think Gunther, a lot of his character is built on having a title. Being the ring general, being the king of the ring, being the best in the ring. How do you know somebody's the best? If they hold a belt. And it makes a lot of sense for him to hold the title. This is the spot for him to win it. We kind of all knew that the crowning was eventually coming. The matches, Gunther Seth, Gunther Ilya, Gunther Punk, Gunther McIntyre, it's all there. Gunther Balor was amazing on Raw. Finn Balor's chest was a pepperoni pizza. And for the last 3 weeks, Damian Priest has came out looking better than Gunther every single time in the build to this. You don't do that if Gunther's not winning, in my opinion.
Come on, bro. Hey, you see, you think about it is though, people don't know nothing about you. I'm gonna give you your flowers because you know what the fuck is going on. You know how this machine works, man. Dylan, hey, ladies and gentlemen, Dylan knows what's going on because I'm thinking the same thing. I don't gotta say it. My co-partner knows what he's talking about. You know, WWE is so smart and so methodical at what they do. You don't do this. You don't make Gunther look like a complete wimp without
especially when he just lost at Mania. It's not to say that Gunther's so good he can't lose 2 times in 1 year. He certainly could. But 2 big title matches in a row for a guy whose character is I'm a winner, I'm the ring general.
Yeah, bro. Come on, bro. Like, and
it'll be a fire match.
And the thing about it is, though, Triple H, you almost got me, brother. Because you always made me think this was a 50-50 match. I was in here with Dylan last week. It's like, man, I don't know, man. Damian Priest might win.
And what did I say to you? I said, Damian Priest has looked better than him for 2 weeks. Let's see what happens on this go-home show. Because I promise you, if Priest beats the shit out of him again, this is all Gunther.
Yeah, man, and that's what they, and I think that's what I love about WWE because they do stuff like that to get you. Like it's like, okay, instead of, we know sometimes things could be predictable, but low key they did a perfect job for having a thing with no heat to make it the most, get it to the most heat in 3 weeks. Now it's we said 50-50, but we wasn't saying that in the beginning of this feud. We were saying, oh, Gunther. Now, over the last couple of weeks, we've been saying, we don't know, but we do know now. You know what I'm saying? Like we always knew. Like, we always knew. But it just solidified, by doing what they did for Priest to make him look such a good babyface and look such, like, to be so strong against Gunther as far as giving it to him, giving it to him as far as, like, in the fight, like, the promos, I feel like Gunther is killing him. 100%. But I feel like
I don't feel that way. I think the promos have been 50-50.
50-50,
because I just think both of their characters feel very real. And it's not to say that like other characters don't feel quote unquote real, but like Braun Breaker, like I don't believe that that's just actually how somebody in the real world is like talking and acting. You know, Solo Sikoa, same deal. Like, but these two, I like could genuinely believe that that's how they feel about one another.
Yeah. I feel like Gunther thinks everybody is trash. You know what I'm saying? I think he believes that. I think that's just not a game. I think
he was like, I was in the UK, I dominate. I come here, I dominate. I mean, this is the Nikola Jokic of WWE. WWE so easy.
So easy. I mean, like he just talked about everybody. He talked about Finn. He talked about every champion. That he just
they're all street trash.
Street trash. Man. Gunther's gonna be our champion. Gunther's gonna be our champion till WrestleMania. Nobody's gonna
He
touch
might
him.
hold it through Mania. I
He
mean,
might hold it through
we'll
Mania.
see, we can't give Mania 41 predictions. Yeah, we don't know what's going on, but
right. Yeah, a lot shit could change. But yeah, man, they, WWE had us. They had us in the first round. We knocked them out in the second and third. We on to them. It's Gunther. It's Gunther or Riot.
I'm gonna ask you just real quick.
Mm-hmm.
No explanation needed.
Mm-hmm.
Gunther wins. Who's fighting him at Bash of Berlin?
Priest,
not Ilya.
Yeah.
You've moved
not
off
Ilya.
that. Okay.
No, not Ilya.
Is it Priest? I think Balor might be in that match. I think it may be a triple.
I would love that. I think not to go too deep. I'm just gonna say that I think Ilya Breaker at Berlin.
Okay. Word.
Yeah.
And the main event of SummerSlam, the man himself that is on the hashtag Solo Sikoa challenges for the WWE Undisputed Championship from the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. I have been seeing immense chatter on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
People have bought into this idea. Solo Sikoa is going to win the WWE
title. Come on. Hey, who been saying it though? Give me my flowers now. Who been saying
it? I'm not giving you flowers. You guys are all out of your mind. I'm not giving flowers to Kanye West and the people who go to his church because more people started going. Y'all are crazy. Solo Sikoa is not going to be the man to end Cody Rhodes' title reign. Roman Reigns was champion for 1,200 days. And Cody Rhodes, the man who beat him, is going to lose that title to a guy who packed his bags for him 6 months ago? Not a shot in hell. I'm not going to, but if I had to, would bet insurmountable amount of money on Cody Rhodes retaining the title. This is the most confident I am about a match on this card. There's no way Cody is losing the title, because here's what I'll say. What do you do with him if he does? If you can tell me what the fuck Cody Rhodes does next, because what? This bloodline civil war needs a title involved now? Not a chance. We are headed for Cody Randy,
right?
Cody Owens,
right?
Cody Mello, maybe carry us to Mania.
Cody Rock.
And no. Cody Randy at Mania. I think.
Cody Cena. Cody Cena.
Or Cody Cena. Cody Cena or Cody Randy, whatever. And Rock Roman at Mania.
Right.
But to get there, we need what's happening here. We need the return of one Roman Reigns. And I've been seeing speculation that it's only going to be Jimmy Uso returning. Ew. No. Like, love Jimmy. Jimmy's cool. No. Absolutely not. Roman Reigns needs to return at SummerSlam. We were talking before we hit the record button. I need Roman and Dwayne.
Right.
This can't be Jimmy Uso is back at SummerSlam.
He gonna get a pop.
If that is the case, do not main event this match. If that is the case, give me Punk McIntyre main event.
100%. That's a better story right now.
But
100%.
It's not gonna be, because the Tribal Chief is returning.
100%.
The Brinks off Solo for
he might not beat
that shit. Because no, he's gonna beat the Brinks off him because he's been he knows where to find me. Those is fighting words from Solo for Roman. He knows where to find me. Oh yeah. What are you gonna do when you get found?
Yeah.
Oh
man. Dylan, I don't think you convinced me, brother.
You're picking Solo?
No, I'm not. But Nah, I want to so bad. Like I want to be that type of guy, but I'm not that guy yet. Like I'm not that confident yet. But if I was, you asked me. The question was I don't think Cody and Randy need a title. I don't think they need a title. I think with history and story alone, I don't think they need a title. I think they can go have a program.
Why
for a
does
couple
Randy turn on Cody then if it's not for the title? The match itself doesn't need a title, but how do we get there without one?
Jealousy.
Jealousy of what? He's not the champ no more.
I'm just saying, just because he
jealousy
was
if he's getting his ass kicked by the bloodline, but you did that too.
I mean, the thing about it, jealousy that he let him get his ass kicked, so you wouldn't do shit while I was getting my ass kicked. That can be something. That can be something.
That'd be weak. That'd be weak.
I mean, hey, look.
That would be. You're sounding like Vince McMahon right now.
As a solo,
get the title on the bloodline. The bloodline rules all.
If Vince was here, Solo would be that champion. Hey, Solo would be champion right now, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I just think Cody gonna win. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna stop trolling. Yeah. I'm done trolling. But I'm just saying though, if we want Cody to be Super Cena lost that title a couple of times and got it right back. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. He lost that title, got that title right back. Here's what I'll
say. If we're not seeing Roman and this is the main event,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
he lost that title. Super Cena lost. If we think about, Cena did have a long range from like 2006 to 2008. If you think about it,
2006 going into the Royal Rumble, Cena was the champ.
He wasn't, or he was.
Edge was champ after cashing in at New Year's Revolution.
Exactly.
And then he beat him there. We go through Backlash to SummerSlam. Oh, son of a bitch. He lost the title to Edge at SummerSlam. And then Edge made it like the rated R title. And then
he lost it again.
Pay-per-view at
he lost it again. Come on,
John Cena won it.
Why not? Why not? Why not give it a solo for 2 months? Why not? Why not? He's super, bro. That's Super Cena. What? We got to think, Dylan. Think about it. I mean, I'm going Cody, right? I'm going Cody, but it's in Atlanta. He's from Atlanta. Bad blood. That could be the co-main event, or it could be opening the show.
That would be the main event. If Solo was the champion and Cody was winning it back, that would main event.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at CM Punk and McIntyre starting my day off and eating my popcorn ready for that. I'm not mad at that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I would be Taker losing at 30 levels of shock if Solo became champion. That is where I would be at. Because the fact of what you just brought up, though, with the Cena thing, made me the least confident I've been. I'm still like 95.5, but like the door wasn't even open for Solo before, and now I'm kind of like,
I mean, you gotta think about it. I mean, I don't want to bring his name up on this podcast, but the guy who used to run it envisioned Cody as Super Cena. That's what he thought when he got Cody back. He saw the merch, he saw the money. What better way, put him with you with Brock? What better way to make him look as far as a superhero than I would still love Cody if he loses the title. I'm not one of those people that's just like, oh, Cody lost it, he's buried. Ooh. I'm okay with him losing that. Off of just like, bro, if we really want Solo, because everybody thinking Solo get his ass kicked. We know Solo gonna lose this title, he never get no title shot. But if he wins it, the shock factor, the credibility that he gonna have, at least for that 2 months, and you don't even have to let Roman touch Solo. You could have Roman Fatu. You could have Roman Tamatonga.
So do you have Roman return?
No, 100%. That's the best way to return him. 100%.
Here's my thing. Then why are we getting Cody Solo in a one-on-one match at Bad Blood?
Because Cody gonna win it back.
So what's Roman doing? Roman Fatu at Bad Blood? Is that like what you're like throwing out?
Roman Fatu at Bad Blood. Or we could do, we can 100% do Roman Fatu at Bad Blood. Or we can do Roman Hikuleo. We can do one of the two.
You could always Roman and Usos, 6-man tag versus Fatu and Tongans.
Dylan, come on, Dylan. We
And
here,
then
Dylan.
that could
We
build
here.
to a War Games where Cody has to team up with them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm definitely clipping this and putting out a video. Is Solo Sikoa actually about to win?
Because I mean, Solo is credible right now. Like Solo got some heat. Like he's getting heat. Fuck you, Solo. We want Roman. He's getting heat. Now,
Yeah.
the shock factor of him beating Cody Rhodes is gonna be at 100,000%. Is he gonna do it? Fuck no. He's not gonna beat Cody Rhodes. He's not gonna do it. We just talking because this is a podcast. We got a yap. But I'm just saying, if he did do it, yes, we would be shocked. But it makes more sense for him to beat Cody because
it does. I wouldn't say it makes more sense. I would say there's actual sense to be made.
Yes. My fault. It's actually sense to be made because, like I said, if we're trying to make Cody as a super Cody, which already people are trying to hate Cody Rhodes the way they hate John Cena about his run, and I'm one of the people that don't think that Cody Rhodes has had a bad run. I've seen some shit on Twitter saying that Damian Priest has having a better run than Cody Rhodes, and I almost blocked that guy. You got me fucked up. He put a 5-star match twice. Had a banger with Logan Paul. No, we're not about to do that about Cody Rhodes. No.
Yeah. I think they've both been good. I don't think there's any need to.
Yeah, to do that. Yeah, no, fuck no. But I'm just saying, I'm just like I said. Once again, let me preface this by saying before we get off this topic, Cody is winning. There's no chance Cody's not gonna win. This is how I see how we get Roman in this motherfucker. Cody wins. They start beating Cody ass. The other two comes, meaning Owens and Randy. We're not going to see Owen and Randy until Saturday. We're not going to see them Friday.
You think that it's those two, not Jimmy J?
No, well, I think Jimmy going to show up on Friday. I don't think, because a lot of people saying that DIY is going to lose on Friday. I don't think so. I think Jimmy shows up on Friday. I think Jimmy shows up on Friday.
That'd
cost
be
them the title. Yes, I don't think giving them the title right now would be smart. I mean, they might not because they don't. But thing about it is, it also got my mind too. If they win the title, then shit, Solo might win on Saturday. If they're gonna give them the title, because
let me spin this by you. If Jimmy returns Friday, then Jimmy could be in the back with Cody on Saturday, and he could be dropping hints. Man, Roman's pissed. I finally talked to him.
And then we could also do a small little promo of Jimmy walking past Jay, Jimmy going to Jay, Jimmy knocking on Jay's door. They're gonna be there, so you can see Jimmy going to go to Jay. You can see that because, like I said earlier, for the last 2 weeks we've been seeing Jay and Sammy.
SummerSlam.
Yes, I'm saying. It's gonna be good because that's making me want to watch Friday night. I wasn't gonna watch Friday Night SmackDown, but I'm gonna watch Friday Night SmackDown because I mean, like, Jimmy has to show up on Friday. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has to show up. I mean, we've been waiting for him. It's a point to make him, but like, Roman's gonna show up on Saturday. We're gonna see that. Cody's gonna win. Cody's gonna get his ass whooped. It's gonna be all those guys there. They're gonna be his ass. Yeah. Randy and Owens gonna show up because they're not gonna be on Friday. They're gonna show up on Saturday. They're gonna get their ass whooped too. Then you're gonna hear the music. Do you hear Paul Heyman? Probably not. You might not. I think you will. I think you will hear Paul Heyman come out there.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, you're gonna hear that, and you're gonna hear the music. You're gonna see they beat their ass. Paul Heyman comes out with no music, and next thing you know,
I actually think you hear the music. And then you see Heyman come out, and then you see the Usos come out, and then you see the guy, the big dog.
and I think that's gonna set the whole world on fire when you see all that. It's kind of like Paul Bearer coming back with Kane, and Kane got that new suit on, and he comes in laughing, and he points out there. You hear Kane music. I can see Paul Heyman pointing out there, and you see the Usos and Roman Reigns all three together again for the first time in a while. Because you can say Jay, you can see Jimmy knocking on Jay's door, but what you don't see is shit. Jay might be in there with Uso. Roman and Uso, you know what I'm saying? They might be in there together, or you might see somewhere where.
Wonder if they'll be feeling Uso.
Yeah, and shit, you might see Honorary Uso in there. You know what I mean? So I said, Cody's gonna win, but I don't think Cody's gonna be standing tall at the end of the day. He's gonna be beat the fuck up, and you're gonna see Solo. Now, do we see Hikuleo out of SummerSlam? I doubt it, because I mean, you might see Hikuleo because if you do have Cody, Cody You got Cody,
Yeah.
Randy, and Kevin Owens. They might get the upper hand. And you got Hikuleo coming in 6'10", beat some ass, and then next thing you know, you hear the music, and then you hear the Usos, and then you might see Honore Us.
That I don't know what spot that ref's gonna take, but he might be out
Oh.
for 20 minutes. I don't know what's about to happen to that ref, but he might.
Yeah, he gonna take
that could be a real meme. Referee down.
He for sure gonna take a spike. He gonna for sure take a spike.
To recap, we both have Liv over Rhea. We both have LA Knight over Logan Paul. We both have Braun Breaker over Sammy. You have Drew. I have Punk. You have Bailey. I have Nia. We both have Gunther. And we both have Cody. And we're both very excited for SummerSlam. Let us know your predictions in the comments section. Quickly, let's talk about some non-SummerSlam things. Sadly, this is non-SummerSlam. The Wyatt 6, their in-ring debut is set to be this upcoming Monday. I believe we're getting Loomis, Gacy, and Rowan versus Gable and the Creeds. On one hand, Raw's must-watch. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, I wanted to see this team debut on SummerSlam, but the card's only so big. Triple H has a lot planned. We have time for a Jelly Roll concert. But
but, I forgot about that.
Is what it is. Are you excited for this?
Yeah, sadly. I mean, not sadly, but I'm a little sad though, but I am excited about it. I am excited to see them. I mean, they were so badass on Monday that I thought that when we
assume they're gonna win.
Yeah, 100%. The other two, I feel like it's gonna be actually a competitive match. At first I thought it was gonna be like a squash because of like just who they are and they first in debut. But the way I seen how confident they was, like how Gable was of getting the match and how they was confident in the ring, I don't see it being. I actually see it being a banger. Like I actually see it be a good.
Well, I think without Bo in there for sure, I think it's a match. It's a squash because these are the new team. Gable's a new faction too.
And I also
saw somebody say that it's going to be a 4-on-4, and Kurt Angle said on a podcast that he is willing to wrestle again now that Triple H is running things.
Yeah, and I can see it.
I can see it.
And I also seen that, and which I do think, even though they lose this feud with the Wyatt 6, I also do see with Judgment Day breaking up. I do see that the Creed brothers and Gable, the top heel faction. I think they got so much heat right now that, Gable, but the Creed brothers coming up, but Gable got so much heat right now. I don't think that's going to die out. And I think you still could do the Alpha Academy stuff on the side, which they've been doing. They've been doing 2 parts. I know people's upset about them not striking with the Iron Hot with the older stuff, which I understand, but I also feel like this right here is a better feud and a better story, kind of, sort of, not too much than the oldest thing, because it makes a little bit more sense in a way of why they targeted Gable, and they've been targeting Gable, and that's why we've seen Gable. And what Triple H has been showing is he can do multiple feuds at one time, which is how wrestling is sometimes. So people got to calm down sometime about saying, "Oh, they dropped the ball," or the iron don't. But Otis is still getting pops.
I mean, I'll say this: not everybody can win the title.
Yeah,
that's the sad part about it. That's why earlier when we were talking about LA Knight, I said, this could be his moment.
100%.
I mean, this could be his. When Zack Ryder won that title ladder match at 32,
that was his moment.
Over for all those years. That's the moment, and you don't always know it's going to be the moment, but
and got fired a couple of months later.
Yeah. So we're excited to see the Wyatt 6 in ring. Just want to make note of that. Shane McMahon, I think he's headed to AEW. I would love to be at that family reunion. Fly on the wall.
Well, that family would be nuts anyway.
This is good for business for AEW, without a doubt about it. This is a major draw. I don't know if WWE owns the Here Comes the Money, or if they could have him come out to that. I think it will be very interesting. I think this is a better real life story than wrestling story. I mean, like, just think about how crazy this is. Everything going on with Vince, whatever that may be, for years. Shane wasn't involved for years. He came back, and then seemingly things went bad again. He kind of disappeared. Then Stephanie was running things, and then everything with Vince really came out. She stepped down. Now Triple H, Stephanie's husband, Vince's son-in-law is running things. Vince's actual son is about to be in cahoots with AEW, the biggest competitor to Vince's baby in WWE. I mean, this feels scripted.
Yeah, man, I hate it. I was telling my friend's a big AEW fan. I told him about it. I was like, man, you're at the end of the day, you're McMahon. Whether or not you like your pappy or not, I just hate it because I just think that, you know, say if you're Tony Khan, you'll love it. You know what I'm saying? As a businessman, as a competitive, you know, for you love it. But for Shane, I just feel like that's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, excuse my language, I just like some fuck shit. Like I just don't like that I just don't, like I said, at the end of the day, you're a McMahon. And I understand that you and your father didn't have the best relationship. You know, he fired you a couple of times because you wanted to be all about you and you got fired and stuff like that happened. And
I mean, like, here's what I'll say. Does it matter if you're doing some like messed up stuff to that guy?
I mean, what? Yeah,
on the other side of the coin, it's like, I don't know. It's like after like, nobody knows what it's like to be in that situation but Shane and Stephanie. But to hear about like your father doing like those things, I just kind of wonder what it does to your relationship with him.
I don't think they never really had a good relationship.
I was gonna say, and then to begin with, it seems like they didn't have a great relationship. Like, if you like, I don't know Shane, but if Shane desperately wanted to be involved in the wrestling business and Vince just never would let him, he never would listen to his ideas because Shane didn't want to follow, you know, his dad's MO. And now, for whatever reason, because of that, there's family drama, and like Triple H is like, hey, like, we're not attaching McMahon name to this. We don't want you in here. Or then maybe they don't like each other, but Shane has just always wanted to play some role in a wrestling company.
Yeah.
Like, AEW's the spot to go.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, Tony is a mark, and he would go for it. He for sure. Will he make AEW better? I think so. I think Shane always had a great mind and always was good for the business back in the day.
Here's my thing. I don't think it'll change shit over.
Oh no, hell no, not change too much. They ain't gonna change the ratings and nothing like that. He ain't gonna do too much. But I'm just saying.
I mean, that first night the ratings are popping.
Yeah. But I don't think out of that it's gonna go back to 750, 790. It's not gonna do anything different.
I mean, TNT is about to throw money at AEW because they just lost the NBA. So
yeah. So they're gonna, you know, hopefully, you know, but yeah, I think for sure. I mean, it's gonna happen. I don't know in what type of capacity or what he's gonna do. I don't think he's gonna be a background guy. I think for sure he's gonna be more on TV persona and then maybe transfer to the back. But I think that's gonna happen sooner or later. I don't know, maybe after All In. I know All In's come out.
I think he'd be a good general manager.
100%.
Tony,
they need that.
Like, sucks in that role.
Yeah, they need that.
From what I understand, I don't really watch, but from what
he sucks.
He sucks in that role.
Yeah, he sucks. You know,
and
I watch.
It's nothing against him as like a booker. It's just he's not a believable character on TV, and not everybody could be both.
No, and I think you're spot on. I think having Shane McMahon, be a general manager, have him,
You finish and then I'll say.
Yeah. Have him be a general manager. Probably having some help with creative. I think that helps because sometimes TK just be throwing shit at the wall and hoping that shit stick. And
you know who might be Shane's co-GM?
Who?
Oh, SmackDown.
Oh,
reuniting on AEW because to follow up the Shane news, Bryan Danielson basically announced that if he loses his match at All In to Swerve Strickland, he will retire. Well, we kind of know that Bryan Danielson's been wanting to retire for a little while.
Yeah.
Not like wanting to, but it's been on the mind.
Yeah.
He said earlier that this was like his last year of wrestling.
Yeah.
Wembley Stadium, probably, I mean, not probably, definitely the most packed house AEW will have the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Seems like it could be the spot to me.
Man, I just don't see him losing that. That when I seen that, I was like, that's weird because he said he's going all the way up to next year, and I know his AEW contract is up, and I know it's up already. But I for sure he signed a new deal. I know he did, but I just don't see him. I see him winning, which is kind of weird because Swerve.
So here's the thing:
Yeah.
I don't know anything about what's going on TV. So to any like AEW fan watching, this is only making this podcast because it is major wrestling news.
Yeah.
The Shane McMahon, major wrestling news. Bryan Danielson retiring, one of the better wrestlers of the last 20 years, is big news. So I have no real, genuine thoughts on how the match is going to play out. I don't know the storyline on TV. I believe Danielson won AEW's like version of the King of the Ring, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Owen Hart Cup. The Owen Hart Cup. Yes.
So he won that, and now he's facing Swerve, who he's been champion for like 5-6 months, right?
About 4 or 5 months. He won that at he won that
like I have a base level knowledge of this stuff, but I don't watch weekly to have like definitive opinions.
No, yeah, 100%.
But my just thought is he said he kind of wants to retire soon.
Be with his family.
Young guy. This is a guy that they could easily, like huge win for you to solidify your title reign in London, in Wembley, packed show, main event. Bryan Danielson. Is Danielson cool with Swerve being the guy that ends his career? Fuck if I know. But could be a huge spot.
Yeah, and once again, when I seen the news and I heard it, because I usually watch Dynamite. So if y'all got any questions about Dynamite in the comments, y'all can let me know. You know what I'm saying? Don't go too hard on my boy Dylan. You know what I'm saying? He just trying to go on good news. I watched a little Dynamite. I didn't watch it today, but I usually watch it. And I mean, I just think that a weird stipulation because, like I said, Daniel Bryanson been saying for the longest he wasn't retiring until next year. And I just think that.
Do you think is this like the stipulation gave away the ending of the match?
I think so. I think the stipulation does give it. I think because Tony Khan is such a Vince McMahon booking person that he that's something that this is something Vince McMahon would do. I mean, even though
who did he do that with? He did that with somebody.
He did it with Daniel Bryan because that he had career versus title and he lost, and then that's when he got to AEW. He done it with Ric Flair.
He did it with somebody that we knew their career wasn't going to end. I forget who it was, but he had like a career versus title match with somebody, and like
the person won. Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz. And don't get me wrong, fire, but we knew Ziggler wasn't going anywhere.
No. And like I said, that's Tony Khan is a mark. He likes history, and he's been booking like Vince McMahon. So I 100%. I think that this, which I didn't see coming, so this is a curveball for real. Because I 100% thought Swerve was going to win, but it kind of looking like Swerve is going to lose that title at at All In.
Also wrestling retirements are fake, so.
Yeah, wrestling time. Yeah, and
Brian could retire and then come back and come
back 100%.
So
100%. So and if he do lose it, he lose it. But I just now seeing that stipulation, I just don't see him losing another career match. He already lost one, so I don't see him losing another one. So
I don't know. Yeah. But maybe a little SmackDown Live days. You have a little Renee, over there.
Right.
Give Mox the title, and then have
talking smack. They have a talking smack after talking Dynamite.
Have Shane and Danielson run the show.
Yeah, talking Dynamite.
But that is all we got for you guys on this week's edition of Yappin Wrestling. As always, appreciate the support. Give us your SummerSlam predictions in the comment section. Everything else we talked about there, leave it there. And we will see you guys Sunday for our reactions to the big show. Catch you then.
See you.
Peace.
Peace out.